speaking of good, great to see these guys out on the training ground. The U.S. men's national team gearing up for their big semifinal matchup against Mexico in that Nations League semifinal. We're going to dive right in. This is the first time we are going to see interim head coach BJ Callahan on the sidelines for this one. He is in charge. Charlie, this is a guy that you know very well. You go way back with him. What are we going to see from a BJ Callahan-led side?
What we can expect is a team that is coming out full blaze, tempo, intensity, going after it, attacking Mexico.
Hold on.
What do we got?
We got Charlie too on
the screen. That's actually pretty good.
That's part of the magic from Piff.
Amazing.
Boom. Change the name. Hey,
Well done, team.
Yesterday they misspelled it, so that's actually not bad. That's a step up.
Charlie
for
too.
this team.
We're making progress.
Yeah.
I think BJ is going to have this team ready to play. At the end of the day, they have to come out and win this trophy. That's the goal. It's not defending a trophy, it's winning the trophy and playing on the front foot. Mexico lacked pace. There's no secret there. So use your pace. Make them move, play into the channels, stretch them, catch them in transition. That is how you beat this Mexican side.
And on top of that, I just feel like BJ Callahan is not going to mess around. Sometimes with Berhalter, when you're in so much, like, not overthinking it, not saying that Berhalter would overthink it, but when you're working for so long with a group, sometimes you might get in your head and take out a player here, put in a player here. I think the U.S. got to go
overcomplicate things?
Like overcomplicate things in a way. Not that Berhalter did it a lot. I don't think so. There were times that it happened.
Just
of
the
course,
last match against Netherlands.
There were so many games that we can choose from. But in his debut against Mexico, you put out the strongest 11 you have, like full stop. And I think that's I get the feeling that's what we're gonna see.
You get the feeling BJ's just gonna go simple. He's just gonna put the best 11 possible.
Yeah, because what is he gonna elevate tactically from what was worked on before? He was there with Berhalter. He knows what they worked on with Berhalter. He was there with Anthony Hudson. But not with this
a slight change.
but not
changes.
Yes,
but
it
wasn't these guys either, right?
No, he had these guys for one game in the Nations League, but what's going to be different is Gio Reyna is going to, I think, play underneath Balogun. Gio Reyna is arguably your most talented player on the dribble with the ball at his feet. Get him running towards that back line to create mismatches. And with Balogun, Pulisic, and Weah, if that's what happens, and I fully expect that to be the attacking
Look
trio.
at that team.
Man, talk about fireworks. Each player has the ability to make something happen on their own.
I can't even think who's the weakest.
I know. This is exciting.
This is exciting. This is us moving towards a 2026 World Cup. We have Copa America. You have a lot of hype with this group. This is what I want to see from them, being aggressive, because it's very rare that you have so many dynamic attacking players that can beat you in getting in behind, checking to the ball, combining the individual brilliance, creativity. This is what was lacking a little bit under Berhalter, because they didn't have that player who could play underneath a striker, and there wasn't really a set striker. Now you have a set striker in Balogun. The expectations are through the roof, but you have that connective tissue between the midfield, the sitting midfielder, which we typically see Tyler Adams be there. So you have Yunus Munoz, Weston McKennie, but you have now that glue in between the number 9 and your holding midfielder in Reyna. That's going to be great to see how he occupies the midfielders, pulls center backs out of position, and then for Christian Pulisic and Timothy Weah to have more space.
And what about Dest is the weakest link, but if you look at that whole right side of that, you got Yunus Musa sitting there, you've got Dest, you got Timothy Weah, you've got Balogun. That's a strong right side, especially. And while Dest defensively would be your weakest link, but bombing forward, he's good.
Look, I think Weah's gonna have to track back and help out a little bit, because
which is no problem. He plays right back in his club.
100%. If I can imagine like an Alexis Vega in that pocket, that's where defensively I see a weakness, a potential weakness for the United States.
If there's one place to target, you're probably right.
Defensive for sure.
Yes.
Especially if Dest has a volition to get forward. It's born in him and Weah's going to stretch the field. There are going to be channels for Des to get forward.
I'll tell you this, though. Because it's Alexis Vega and not Chucky Lozano, I'm not as worried.
Okay, fair enough.
Charlie, I want to get inside the head of a striker, right? You mentioned the expectations that we now have for Lauren Balogun at that number 9 spot. Knowing that everyone is watching, that we have needed this position, we have needed consistency at this position, how do you think he is approaching this match?
He's coming in confident. I just scored 21 goals in Liga. That would be his feeling. I'm coming into a team that wants me, that needs me, and I have to produce. As a striker, you want that pressure because that means your goals count that much more. It's meaningful games. You want to play in those pressure situations. And for him to come into the biggest rivalry for the U.S. men's national team with history on the line, this is where you make your mark. You want to set the foundation to build off as a striker with this group. You come in and you score goals.
Chuck,
you create havoc for this Mexican
couldn't ask for a
backline.
better first game.
You think he knows how much the USMNT fan base is going to explode? Does that motivate him if he ends up scoring, getting a game winner? Because it's like a pressure cooker. People are so desperate to watch him score, be the winner, be our guy finally. And he could try to cement that here tomorrow. Does that motivate a player?
You're motivated to score goals anyways as a striker. You're motivated to win. And this is his first time playing with the U.S. men's national team. So you don't need any more motivation than that. But this Mexican side is not strong defensively. They are not a team that has clean sheets. They give up goals. They give up space. So if I'm Balogun, I'm licking my lips saying, my chance is coming tomorrow. I just have to execute.
So exciting. Cannot wait.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's
Gosh.
exciting.
Feel it,
Gosh,
because I'm buzzing for
Charlie,
this.
too, I'm going to need a little more enthusiasm from you over there on that side of the desk.